Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Asim. I'm working as DevOps engineer. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can set up the AWS code pipeline and with relevant to the procedure to trigger our pipeline. I've already created the videos, part one, part two. I've already uploaded in my YouTube channel. So please watch that if you haven't watched that. So your concept with regard to the procedure of pipeline is going to be really clear. So simply navigate to the AWS section and type the pipeline. So we are going to use the AWS code pipeline. So press enter. So I'm going to create one pipeline here. So I'm going to call this Cloud Geeks CA pipe. That would be fine. Okay. So this is the role. Let it create automatically, and we don't need to change anything with regard to the code. So now click on the advanced section on the custom. I click on custom. I've already created the custom bucket for this code pipeline and click next. So our source is going to be the S3. Okay. So bucket is the one which we have already created. And in that particular bucket, I've created one directory or you can say the folder. And in that particular folder, I'm going to simply create that zip. So this is the file. So this zip is not actually there. If I navigate to my S3 section, you see no zip is there. So this zip file we are going to create through the script, and let me show you that script. So in the mid bucket pipeline CML, I'm creating the zip file. So this is the required stuff. So we have a container with this name, and the URI is going to be this one, QuickBooks 2018 slash blue, and we are going to use the latest tag. So the zip is going to be created automatically and pushed to our S3 bucket. So let's try to run the pipeline. So this is the bucket we have just updated in our previous video, and what it is going to do is to copy that particular uh, create that JSON file and create that JSON file into a zip, and we are going to install the AWS CLI, and from the AWS CLI it is going to copy that particular zip to that AWS S3 bucket. So we have provided the relevant privileges. So if you navigate to the pipeline section, you will see failed pipelines as well. So because we were updating our build spec YAML, so without if you do commit, your pipeline is going to be automatically triggered, but we are going to use this. Let's see whether it is failing or not. I've not tested that. So in case of any issues, you have to look for the codes, what issues or what problem you are facing. So you have to update uh, that particular error or fix that error. So what it is doing, it is installing the CLI. It has created the zip, and it is going to copy that particular zip to that particular folder. So let's see whether we have a zip or not. So if everything is working fine, so we will see that one zip file in our folder. You see, it is coming in our folder AWS code pipeline. So this is the one I've talking that it is going to automatically trigger in a when in case of our any commit. So this is the one. So just double check AWS code pipeline dot zip, AWS code pipeline dot zip. So make sure that there should be no typos here. So I'm going to click next, and as far as the build series stage is concerned, I'm not going to build an image because our image is already coming from our Docker Hub, and this source can be from the ECR as well. So as far as the deployment is concerned, we are going to deploy on ECS. I've already shown you that how you can provision the cluster through Terraform, and our service is going to be the AWS code pipeline. And um, this is important. So this is the JSON file we are going to use. If I navigate to our repository, so this is the AWS code pipeline.json file. So simply make sure that you put this value here as well. Sorry, AWS code pipeline.json file. So this is the custom name we are giving to our file. So create a pipeline. So what it does by default when you create a pipeline, it is going to be automatically triggered, and you see it is running. In case of any issues, error, it is going to be failed. So we have to wait and watch for currently our setup is with the blue. So pipeline is running. In case of issues, we have to look for the error. So we have our zip as well. So let me click on the detail, and I'm going to show you that if everything work fine, what is going to do that it is going to launch a new task definition, and that particular task definition, it is going to from that particular task definition or revision, it is going to launch new service. So it seems that it is working. So if I navigate to the task definition section, you see a new revision is created. Previously, it was set to 1. And if I navigate to the cluster section, or let me show you that stuff as well. You see our containers are moved from 3 to 6. So what it is actually doing that the tasks are going to be 6. Now it is going to automatically will be according to our desired state, which is 3. So but in that state we have the new revision which is going to be the new task definition, and service is going to be automatically updated. So if I continue to refresh, you will see this page for a few times, because the request is going to go to this page. Later on, you will see only the 3 containers are going to be up and running. So let's wait for a while, because the load balancing is currently okay. If I navigate to the targets section as well, so if I refresh it, you will see the new target is going to be registered shortly. So you have to wait for a while and see the stuff. For let me show you that if you navigate to the section of our cluster, you see now it is set to 3. So I have to wait for a while. Let's see our instance are healthy. And if I navigate to the S3 section, let me download that particular script to show you guys what we have done, and simply download this. And that particular okay, I'm going to pull it back to my desktop, and also I need to show you guys navigate to the task definition, that these are the things that you should be looking with after the deployment. So if you click on the task definition, okay, see the container and see what image it is uh, actually pulled. So I guess I have okay, that is the same image. I've pushed it to the uh, posted to my code pipeline. So I'm going to do now a new commit, and I'm going to show you this version is going to be changed. So I thought I've put the green one. So let me show you that zip as well. So guys, this is the new folder. What I'm going to do is to simply put that particular artifact or zip file here, and I'm going to extract it. And I'm going to open this in different editor to just show you guys that what it is in it. Okay, so okay, open with the notepad, that's fine. So you see, this is the one which is deployed. So that is perfectly fine. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to look for the automated deployment, as this we are aiming for, and this is our motto or our main target to do the automated deployment through the Bitbucket. So what I'm going to do is to navigate to the um, Bitbucket section. I'm going to do one commit. So I want to say deploy the new version, or you see the new deployment. So what I'm going to do is to simply click here, and I'm going to deploy the new version of my application. So let it call green. So everything will remain the same, and you will see that let call this commit Cloud Geeks AWS code pipeline with AWS AWS code pipeline with Bitbucket actually. So I'm going to do this commit. Okay, you can do with the command line as well. I mean, simply clone this repository on your desktop and do the commit. So I've committed uh, this, and if I navigate to the pipeline section, let's see whether our pipeline is running. Okay, so you see our pipeline is triggered with the commit we have done. So it is the Cloud Geeks AWS code pipeline with Bitbucket. So currently, what it is going to do is to simply, do the relevant stuff. So I will also want to show you that, okay, you see, once the commit is done, it's successfully done. You see, it is successful. Now our pipeline is automatically triggered. You see, this is our target, that our pipeline should be automatically triggered. So whether your image is in a Docker Hub or in ECR, this process is going to be the same as I told you. So I will also show you the process with the ECR as well. So if I click my pipeline, you will see this pipeline is triggered. And if I navigate to the sections, simply refresh it. First of all, see the task definition. You see new task definition is created, and in that particular task definition, you will see the container with the name, with the image, this one. So it is set to green. So it is going to deploy this version of our application. Okay. So if I navigate to this services section, let me navigate to the services section, and I will, you see, six tasks are now updated. If I click on the cluster, navigate, this is the service 3 desired, 6 running. Navigate to the task section, and now 6 tasks are updated. So it is going to deploy the new version of our application without any downtime. You see, if I refresh it, so it is now shifted to my uh, latest version. So your previous setup is not going to be deployed. One thing I need to tell you that this is not the blue-green deployment. This is not the canary deployment. This is the rolling deployment. It is also really powerful that your application is going to be 100% up and running without any downtime. You will be shifted to your application, and if you are not satisfied, and in case of any issues, let's say I just wanna uh, move back to my particular uh, version of that image. Let's say if I want to revert back, so it is also powerful that you can easily shift to your previous version with a single commit as well. So I've already shown you that this is the one which we have set up with the new version automatically deployed. We are not using any stuff from our AWS. All we are doing, the deployment, the triggering of our pipeline is from the AWS, is from the Bitbucket, and it is going to trigger the AWS code pipeline. So AWS is really powerful. So I highly recommend you guys to use the AWS because it has really powerful features. So you will definitely enjoy and use the secure, powerful architecture with the microservices, as this is the era of microservices containerization. So you should or you must go for the AWS. I mean, it is the best cloud service provider, so no doubt about that. So let me show you that everything is set to normal. So if you refresh it, you will see everything is set to normal. New version of your application is deployed. For instance, you're not satisfied. So if you want to revert back or you want to deploy a new version of your application, so what I'm going to do is to simply revert back to my previous version of the application. So simply I'm going to put this blue here. So I'm going to edit my build spec YAML file. Okay, and I'm going to commit this. So I'm going to commit. So I'm going to call this Cloud Geeks CA, reverting back to old version. That's it. Maybe some issues or whatever you want to do. If you want to revert back, simply commit it, and this commit is going to trigger the AWS code pipeline, and it's going to deploy the uh, previous version. So if I navigate to the pipeline, you will see this commit is going to trigger your pipeline, and your pipeline is going to trigger the automated deployment. So once it's successful, you will see that let it run. And if I navigate to the code pipeline, you'll see currently it is succeeded. It is, I mean, it is not running. So once this section is done and successfully updated, and it is going to automatically trigger that particular pipeline for you guys. So you don't have to do any stuff from that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is to click here. Okay. This is the pipeline, you see, automatically triggered. So I've not done anything with regard to the change. So it detected the change in the commit. It is going to automatically deploy the stuff for us. So same stuff, I have to show you all this stuff so your understanding is going to be really powerful that you see. Now, fourth task definition. So what it is actually doing, it is actually updating that particular zip file here. If I download that zip, this zip is updated with this task definition. So in this we have a container image with this QuickBooks 2018/blue. So you see, this is the one we are going to deploy, and shortly you will see that our application is going to be the one which we are looking for, the old version of our application. So that is it. So that is it, guys, with regard to the AWS code pipeline. And if you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. In my later videos, I'm going to also cover the ECR, that how you can do the same stuff from the ECR as well. So instead of pulling your image from the um, Docker Hub, you can do the same stuff from the ECR, which is really secure and private repository. So please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.